dress, 60s
I
dress.
think we're in costume, is that it?
We're in costume.
Well, me and Iellan are.
Just me and Amaray.
Oh.
But, so I want to start out by telling you a little. I don't think anyone's ready. Okay, you guys all ready?
Use the microphone, Iellan. You have it in your hand.
I know, I'm using it.
Okay.
Mom, pay attention now, Mom. Okay. So I want to talk about the 50s. We're a teenager. And I want to just tell you a little bit about what the average teen was like in the 50s. Because they loved to hang out in the malt shops and go to the drive-in movies and and gather around the television at night with their families and watch shows like I Love Lucy and Ed Sullivan and American Bandstand. So that was the average teen, but we all know Mom's not average. Oh, she started out that way. She had a job at a courthouse taking pictures for land, and she would process the paperwork. And she also was a long-distance operator. I don't know if you all know that, through high school, all the way through high school. And she would make her own clothes. She wore the big crinoline skirts, and she made her shirts out of newspaper print comic strip fabric. And she wore little socks and penny loafers and her ponytail up high, long hair. And she went to Shirley's drugstore every morning, had a brownie and soda. And then she would go back at lunchtime and hang out, and then she'd go back again after school and dance and have French fries with her friends. And when the average teens were swooning over teen idol Troy Donahue, Mom was sneaking into Liberty City, colored town, to find her next boyfriend. And when the average teen was going to dances, Mom was sneaking out to sit on the curb of the blues club to listen to the music. And she'd just sit there in her little crinoline skirt and listen to the blues and sneak out. And then that's when her close friend Susan Johnson decided she's going to go where the blues music is, and she's going to go to New Orleans. Don't tell anybody, Bonnie. Don't tell anyone where I'm going. Oh no, I'm not going to tell anyone. I mean, I got arrested. And I went in front of Judge Snowden, and I still wouldn't tell. And he said, "You are no good. You are going to be a menace to society. You will go to jail because you are a liar." I think he was clairvoyant. Well, life went on, and she taught Latin dances at dancing at the Fontainebleau. She even got a walk-on scene on the famous Frank Sinatra film, A Hole in the Head. And then she realized she needed to be in New York City. She wants to see West Side Story. She wants to dance at the Palladium to the big Latin bands. So when the average teen was preparing for college, Mom was preparing for the big city. And when the average teen was off to school, Mom was with her friend. They were talking to airline pilots, to letting them on the plane and hitching a ride in Newark. And when the average teen was putting all their belongings into their dorm rooms, Mom was learning how to jimmy the lockers in the Port Authority so she could store her clothing. And then she'd walk around with her little stereo radio record player, and she had a few bucks. And she wandered around town with her record player, and she ran into her old boyfriend from Miami, who hooked her up with a friend up in an apartment for about $12 a week in Bed-Stuy, a little gangsta place in Brooklyn. And she tried to work, and she went to Trillium Lingerie, and she worked there, and then she was a bookkeeper, and she told them she knew how to do bucks, but when 3 out of 300 people got paid, they caught on that she didn't know what the hell she was doing, and she was fired. Then she landed a job as a B-girl in a really nice Upper Manhattan club. And she was getting like $15 an hour, like major money, and she'd sit and by the bar to have patrons buy her drinks, and then she'd spit them out into the plants, and then she'd go and sing a song, and she was the entertainer. Then the hippie beatnik era began, and Mom wore her dreadlocks, beige velvet pants, her moccasins, and she became a tourist dream photo hanging out in Washington Square Park. So Mom, on this day, 70 years ago, you wouldn't have known how many people you would have influenced. Okay, don't do that. And changed your lives over the years. Thank you for teaching me not to sweat the small stuff. Like, why stay in school all day when you can come pick me up in your bathing suit top and shorts and tell them I have a doctor's appointment and then we go to the beach. And checks are for writing. Even if there's no money in the bank, that's what they're there for. And of course, if you're going to smoke weed, learn to roll the joint the right way. Practice at the kitchen table with my friends. It makes perfect. Thanks for those lessons, Mom. But I also learned that reading is ultimate knowledge. Music is the air we breathe. Dance is our body's nourishment, and art is the ultimate pleasure. These things I proudly pass on to my boys.
Yeah, we did.
Thank you for being my idol. And thank you for not letting me be an average teen.
Oh, good.
I have the best memories ever. Thank you for being born on this day, 70 years ago. Happy birthday.
Breathe.
As long I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly as long as He needs me, as long as life is long. I'll look Him right. And somehow I'll be strong as long as
We don't know the words.
then you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray His trust, though people say I must. I've got to stay true, just as long as He needs me.
That was beautiful.
All right, let's eat.
Well, wait a minute, there's nothing else?
No, we're gonna eat after. Let's eat.
Okay.
We're gonna eat. We're gonna take a little break and eat.